Hey everybody, welcome back to Card Curiosity, where we try to find the best possible ways to make a good return on your investment in the sports card world. And today we are back with another new release. We have a Rip It or Skip It video here for you today, and we are looking at 2024 Topps Chrome Black. So these are the hobby boxes. You get 4 cards per box, 1 guaranteed autograph, so 5 cards total, I believe. And we want to take a peek here and decide if, after some analysis, is this a product that is worth buying? Are the odds in your favor to hit some big cards, or is this something that you want to avoid? So as a reminder, our breakdown, we look at 4 things to try and determine whether we should rip it or skip it. The first item is the price of the product. If the price is reasonable for what you have a chance to get, that's pretty self-explanatory there. Second, we look at the checklist. We want to make sure that the names, the players that are in this product are players that we want, and that there aren't too many names that we haven't heard of or cards that wouldn't be valuable. Third, we want to look at the grading potential, because the key to making money on some of these cards when you rip wax is to be able to grade and get 10s on as many cards as possible. And then finally, the last thing that we'll look at is the staying power or desirability of a card. Is it a card that over time people are going to want to own? Is it going to maintain its value? So that's kind of what we will do here going forward. Let's start by looking at the pricing. So we can get a single box of this product for right around $160 here on blowout cards, or David Adams. Let's see, David Adams has cases for 2,000, and let's see here. So David Adams has these at $170. So blowout cards, you can save $10. David Adams, $170. So you're right in that $160 to $170 range. You get 1 encased autograph card per box and other kinds of inserts and stuff. So anyway, that's it on the price. It's not too bad, really. You know, it's fairly affordable. It's not less than $100, but it's it's in that medium range. But you only get 5 cards. So we're going to give the pricing score here a 4. Next, let's jump into the checklist and see what the possibilities are to hit, what players they might have. So you can see they break down the base cards into a couple different colors here, maybe a dozen or so possibilities when it comes to refractors and parallels. You can see what the cards look like here. They have some variations and inserts. Looks like the Depths of Darkness is a new insert, and 1 in every 60 packs. So like every 5 cases, you have a potential to get a Depths of Darkness insert card. And then, of course, the autographs. These are the big things we're looking for, is the autographs of the big players like Ellie here. And so that's kind of how it breaks down. Again, 4 cards per pack, plus the autograph. And so the checklist. It says on the base cards you get 100 names to pull from. And if you remember, we did a video with 2023 Topps Chrome Black, and it was one of the biggest disappointments, I thought, of the whole year last year, because there's so many players that either you've never heard of or their cards are going to be worthless, and you're getting autographs of guys that, there's like a $2 or $5 autograph, and that really stinks. So as we look through these names here, you can see there's going to be some that are going to be desirable or well-known. You know, you're going to have some rookies like Lawler, Luciano, Sal Frelick. Of course, you know, the Ellie, De La Cruz, and Jason Dominguez. Those are kind of the big rookies to hunt. But at the same time, if we look at some of these names here that we have absolutely no desire to hit, that's, I think, one of the biggest flaws of this product, is that you have a very good chance, if you just buy 1 box for $160, there's a really good chance you're going to get a card of a player that you don't necessarily want. So that's my biggest knock here on the checklist. These are the base cards. Let's look quickly at the autographs, and you'll see. So you have 112 cards possible on the autographs. For the autographs, they go old school, and they'll bring in some Hall of Famers and things like that. So you can get like a Bo Jackson, but then again, like just look at some of these names. I mean, no offense if some of you guys like these people, but like, I have no desire to pull some of these cards. I'm looking for big players, and I just feel like there's too much filler in this checklist. So for me, the checklist is going to get a 1 out of 5, so my lowest possible score. And that's just where we're at now. One thing I will mention, if you break it down by team, I do think rather than spending $160 on a box, I would be more open to in putting that $160 towards a break, and buying a team like the Orioles or something where any card that's pulled of Adley, Gunnar, Colton Cowser's having a massive year. They got some decent rookies here, and the cost for the Orioles for a case has been right around $125, let's say. So for less than the cost of one box, I would be open to trying to grab some Orioles in a case break like this. So you can look through the team checklist here as well, and see if there's any teams that might be worth keeping an eye on. For me, the Reds, Cincinnati Reds and Baltimore Orioles kind of look the best to me because with the Reds, you get the possibilities of hitting some LA rookie cards as well. So next, I guess checklist, we'll give that a 1. And on the next step we're looking at is the gradability. And if we go back to 2022 and look at Topps Chrome Black, you can see, all right, in 22, the base cards, they graded around, you gemmed less than 50%, which isn't great. The autographs were a little better at 60%. The variations were pretty low, and there wasn't a whole lot of future autographs here. So like gem rate's kind of middle of the road for 22. If we go to 23, you'll see that we're at 64%. We're at 60% on the autographs. Like that's actually pretty good. I'd love to see it above that 60%. And if you get a black ivory autograph, that's at 73%. So overall, I think the grading portion of this, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. Not too bad. Pretty good chance that you'll be able to gem at least a few cards if you did end up pulling something decent. And then finally, the last thing we look at is the staying power, the desirability. Is this a card that over time is going to decrease in value, or is it something that people will always recognize and want to hold? So if we go back to 2022, let's look at Bobby Witt Jr. He's one of the better players from 22. He was a rookie, and you can see that like in a PSA 10, just a base autograph for him is going for $540 just the other day. That's pretty good. If we go down, here's a non-autograph refractor out of 99, went for $147. That's pretty solid. The image variation is at $150, and so let's see if we can find a base card. So a base rookie card went for $83, and that's before the season started, really. So even though he's doing really good, this is before the season. So you're getting around $80 for a PSA 10, which is actually pretty good. If we go to 2023 and we look at Gunnar Henderson, I guess this autograph out of 10 went for $2,000, but we're not. That's kind of a stretch. We don't want to really compare that. But his base rookie card's at $50, which I think is reasonable. That's going to be kind of the same spot, maybe a little bit more than what you'd get from like a Topps Chrome, a regular one. And let's see if we can find like a base autograph here. So a Blue Lava out of 75, non-autograph went for $225. And so you can see the pricing on these cards is pretty solid. I think they're going to be able to stick around. And over time, if you have the right player, I think these cards can maintain their value. I think they will remain desirable, and maybe not quite as desirable as a Topps Chrome or a Logo Fractor, but I'm going to give this one a 4 as well. And so if you add up all the scores, 4 for price, 1 for checklist, 4 for grading potential, and 4 for desirability, that gets you to 13 points out of the 20, which is pretty good. And so if the checklist was better, then I would say, well, why not rip this box? But because you only get 5 cards, you're so limited. The chances of your 5 cards being the great cards on a bigger checklist is tough. So for me, this is a skip it. However, I do think if you're interested in breaks, I think there might be a slight chance that you would have more success and maybe get more bang from your buck if you spent your $150 on a case break instead. So for me, this is a skip it. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know if you think this is worth grabbing a box or two. And until next time, stay curious.